I'm telling you, there were no Native Americans here when Daniel Boone and all the colonists started getting there. It was a happy hunting ground. A happy hunting ground. You're one of them happy hunting ground guys. Okay, so you're trying to say Kentucky didn't have any Native Americans? None, right? None whatsoever. The Shawnee had been kicked out by the Cherokee had been kicked out by the Iroquois, and by the time the 1770s rolled around, it was a happy hunting ground. There were no Native Americans here. It was just a plush resource, Garden of Eden, waiting for the white man to come pluck. Every historical document, all the way from Filson, the very first historian of the Filson Society, to allow to Harrison, to Clotter, all the way to the new history of Kentucky. It's a happy hunting ground. It is not dark and bloody because of the Native Americans. That is a myth. It was just basically free land waiting for the taking. So if there are no Native Americans here, why are there all these artifacts? There's, they have garbage pits and just crass pottery, clay floors, the bones, the burial grounds, arrowheads. Why are there arrowheads? If you think there are no Native Americans here, why are there arrowheads all over the place? Well, clearly because white people used bow and arrows. They used the same technology that the Native Americans were using too. In fact, the crops that they were growing were agriculturally more advanced. I mean, I know this stuff. I'm an expert. So there was tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, vanilla, chocolate, pineapples. There were more agricultural fruit and vegetable products here that had not been discovered in Europe, and the technology that they were using. The three sisters growing corn, beans growing up the corn, and squash, on the bottom. They all were, because they were planted together, they used one another, sort of like synergy. 1 + 1 = 3, but this is 1 + 1 + 1 = 7 dozen, And white people use bow and arrows. Okay. That's ridiculous, okay? There were plenty of Native American tribes. Not only were the 4 main Native Americans Cherokee, Shawnee, there's about, even Clotter says that there's 6,000 or 7,000 Shawnee here when Daniel Boone and company got here. There was no white people, there wasn't anybody. There was some French and Spanish, but by the time the colonists, there's only like 200 people here in the 1770s. And so where did the Native Americans go? A lot of them did die by disease, but to ignore the French and Indian War, to ignore the Beaver Wars, and to ignore Creek Indians and how they're tribalistic and how they're individuals and they're all over the place. They didn't have cars and transportation to be able to make this a happy hunting ground, come here and then leave. Even we have big trucks that could do that, and it still would be an undertaking to come here, get a bunch of buffalo skins and meat, and then go back to, Ohio or wherever. If this is just a happy hunting ground, this ain't a happy hunting ground. They lived here. This was their life. And they've been here for 14,000, 10,000 years. Green Indian, look at the old Indian knoll. If you check out the Indian knoll, I'm telling you, there were no Native Americans here. Yeah, Cherokee, Shawnee, Yuchi, Chickasaw. Those are the 4 main ones on that map that I got in the 4th grade. And there's Outagamie, Creek, Latipota, some of the Illinois, Indiana, Kaskaskia. There's Kaskaskia Indians, Illinois Indians, Ottawa, Kickapoo, Tutelo, Latipota, Piankishaw, Wyandotte, Mosapelia, all that, Seneca. The Yamacraw are here. Not Yamaha, but Yamacraw. Mosapelia, Wyandotte. Yeah, Mingo. Definitely Mingo. Chief Plucky was a Mingo warrior, got killed here. There's Wyandotte's. Wyandotte's got killed here. Ojibwa, Muskogees, Tungahas, Eel River Indians. They were Green River Indians. Haudenosaunee, the Iroquois, There's so many. Potawatomi, Pianki-Shaw, Ottawa, Tutelo, the Tutelo Indians, all very famous for their Tutelo ways. Pianki-Shaw, Potawatomi, the Delaware, the Lenape, Lenape, Hania Sant Turkaranums, and Iskasogos. Don't forget about Iskasogos, Blackhoof, Blackfish, Puckshinwah. Tecumseh's daddy came out of Kentucky. Blackhoof, Blackfish, Puckshinwah. No Native Americans. There were no Native Americans, and I guess Tecumseh was a figment of our imagination. The entire War of 1812. Come on.